is going on, everyone's. We here and we back with another episode of
Is My Point Valid?
Yes, indeed. I'm yours truly, Brandon D.
And I am Camille A. Stocker.
And the topic for today is going to be
Success Academy. Is child education really important?
So it turns out that Black and brown children aren't inferior when it comes to education, but it does take a lot of community, a lot of coming together, a lot of focus on really educating children. And when those things come together, it's no problem for Black children to be educated. And we found a video where there's it's called the Success Academy, and they have an 80% success rate. Their numbers are killing every public school numbers that you can think of in math, everything across the board, they killing the game. But for some reason, the teachers union is in, they don't want it to continue. And I'm trying to figure out why this is. If education is really important, why, when we see something that's working, something that's successful, why aren't we making that more mainstream? And in this video, we'll see how this how Success Academy does what they do, and the problems that the teachers union has with it. So let's get into this video.
This is our largest crew to date.
So many kids from one charter school take advanced placement exams. They had to rent space at a convention center. Kids who attend rich suburban schools sometimes pay $500 an hour for tutoring for tests. But these kids can't afford that. They're mostly from low-income families. They attend a city charter chain, yet they succeed.
Outperforming their peers by a landslide.
On math tests, Success Academy kids outperform every school in New York State. Other charters are in blue on this graph, government-run schools in gray. Success kids also outperform other kids in English.
That is redefining American public education.
LeMay DeYoung is Success Academy.
It's a Black woman.
Hey, girl. How
It's
you
a Black woman.
doing?
And she the chief schooling officer. Ain't that
Hey.
something? Check her out.
Academy's chief schooling officer.
Our Black and Hispanic students outperformed their peers by double, triple % in their math.
By peers, you include the rich kids in the suburbs?
Yes.
But school is boring.
When I first checked out this charter, I was amazed that these kids enjoyed school, saying subjects like reading were
Rockin' awesome.
So you guys look forward to going to school in the morning?
Yes.
Right
It's
up.
why lots of parents want to get their kids into Success Academy. I watch them line up, hoping to get their kids in.
This line goes on and,
And
on. Forever. Goes around the block. What do you do when you have thousands of people and just a few hundred slots? They hold a lottery.
The winners are happy. Sadly, there are many more losers.
That means my name will come next time.
Yeah, next year. Not today.
That's so sad. Today, the lottery's done electronically, so we don't get to see the thousands of kids and
Look.
parents who cry and disappoint.
I watched the lottery. How long ago was that? Like
About 2 or 3
two,
years.
3 years ago. When I tell you I sat there.
Hey, watching them kids not get picked, boy, that do something to your
I
inside.
sat there and cried. Like,
And I don't care how strong you think you are. These are children who don't understand this system. And I don't understand why these schools aren't being promoted more.
right.
It's successful. It works. We're going to keep doing the things that don't work. That lets me know, and that should also let you know,
It's not about our children. It's never been
it's
about
never
our
been
children.
about our children.
Never been about us grown folks who are here now. It's not.
Appointment. The chain wants to offer its magic to more kids, but they aren't allowed to.
2011.
New York limits the number of charter schools. Why? Because some people hate them.
Y'all are not welcome here. We will not welcome you here.
Politicians and the teachers' union have convinced many.
You see the fright on that young man's face? That man was scared.
Reminds me of that woman from Lean on Me, the mama.
Yes. Didn't like Mr. Carter. Mr. Clark.
You went Coach Carter.
My fault. She did any and everything she could to get that man caught up, but he was 10 steps ahead.
And they were doing better, in scores and everything. Mr. Clark, you taught me how to believe.
Straight up.
You know.
At first, he was like, "What you waiting on, boy?"
Yeah. Yeah. She's
She in
yelling.
here acting a plumb fool for nothing.
But then I don't understand why she would be against it. Maybe, when my child didn't get chosen and that,
I'd be pissed off too. I understand
but
that.
But then that doesn't mean that you.
That matter of fact, the lottery of 2010, that's why she was mad. Her child ain't get picked.
But that don't mean you go against, like, you, man. Wait, we got to figure out another solution.
Straight up.
Many people
being loud
think
ain't
charter schools are evil. When progressive Democrats are in charge, they shut some charters down.
The highest performing school in the state.
Upsetting even media leftists.
And it's in Harlem, is being shut down.
Why shut down a successful school? Why not give parents more choice? Here's a union vice president.
We have a lot of choice. Do we need more choice?
Yes, competition's good. But the education establishment doesn't want competition.
Education advocates say charter schools are not
They want that globalism education.
The answer, taking away from an already shrinking budget in New York City public schools.
That's completely wrong.
It is. Spending on government schools is not shrinking, it's increasing, despite falling enrollment. Also, charters like Success get half what government-run schools get.
So public schools are rewarding mediocrity.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And it's how many children they have in those seats. How many look, I'm a add me down.
Pupil.
Add me down there. I'm a homeschooler. I'm less than 5K.
Yeah, straight up.
I'm near zero. No.
We're on a tight budget.
It was a joke. But I'm near the 5K, but I only have 2 children that I'm, teaching. But yeah, that is so you see this
$35,000 per pupil.
You see that they're doing well with
half
less.
the budget.
Yet with less money, Success does better.
Why does Success succeed?
Because we believe children can. And that is
fundamentally.
The other
schools don't believe children can?
Yeah, there's low expectations that persist, unfortunately. And
y'all heard about the shark in the fish bowl? How if you put it in the ocean, it'll grow unlimited. But if you put it in a shark bowl, it'll only grow as big as the bowl. Think about that when you're setting these expectations on children. If you set these small expectations, that is where they're going to be in life. Everything else is going to be like rocket science to them. So we need to believe that children can, because they can.
Even more so after the pandemic.
At other schools, pandemic-related learning loss is the new normal, but not its Success. Every one of these kids has been accepted by a college. Here they cheer as friends open their acceptances.
That doesn't just happen.
One reason it does is because the school day here is...
What's more beautiful is knowing that your partners, all your friends, y'all all going to college.
Right.
All y'all. It ain't just we celebrating for one person. Everybody getting celebrated for. He just said they got they all get accepted into a college. Why would we want this?
Right. Every student in your class, whether it's college or going into a trade, going
all
into
being
something
successful.
that's successful. Right.
And they're prepared.
Right. Right.
It's longer.
Kids often stay till 5 p.m. Charter teachers can be asked to work more than the union would have allowed. They told us they don't mind.
But you're going to...
When you don't have to worry about the children cussing you out and wanting to slap you, put their hands on you and tell you ain't my mama, I can almost guarantee teachers want to be around the children more, especially if they don't have a family at the house.
They want to help.
They want to help because they see the bigger picture.
They understand that these children are the future, that they will be the
Michael
next
Jackson.
they will be the next teachers, they will be the next president, vice president,
Congress people,
some
CEO
eventually.
Yeah. Before we get back into this video, y'all make sure y'all check out the Stocker Family apparel. Got that? It's right there. Check out the subscriptions. Check out everything we got going on for live perks and all of that. Make sure y'all check that out. But we're gonna go ahead and get back into this video.
burn out. Why aren't you ticked off?
That's not an option for us because we kind of have our eye on the prize with these kids.
Now, some success parents do pull their kids out because of the extra hours required. Critics say that raises average test scores for kids who remain. Probably does. But so what? High expectations are a good thing for many kids. Thousands from low-income families now succeed because this charter chain innovates.
At most schools, the principal sits in the principal's office, not at Success.
No, they're in the classrooms.
What are they telling you?
They're telling me things that I don't see. If I don't think of a great question in the moment, my principal's able to kind of feed that to me.
We expect not only change, but fast change.
Some teachers don't like being watched and criticized.
No, but it's purposeful, and they're getting better. And when they get better, their scholars do better, and they feel, as educators, more successful. And that's what you want.
Most high school students never even take advanced placement tests. Of those who take them in New York City, only half pass. But all success kids take the tests, and 80% pass.
We were all pretty nervous about this test.
It was like, oh my God, wow, I'm really about to take my first AP exam.
You're a freshman. Most people don't take that until junior or senior year, if then.
I think that makes me more proud.
These kids must be miserable. They're working all the time.
Why are they miserable? They're having fun learning.
It's only miserable when you have to prepare for a test all day. That's where the misery comes in at. We repetition every day. We're doing the same things. But if you're involved in, like we're about to see, dance, they have all kind of hands-on things for the children to prepare them for life. And that's what we need.
Success offers dance and other activities. It's not schoolwork all the time.
Chess, debate, theater.
I just noticed that said the world of dance.
It did.
Well, I don't know if they're implying that their students were on the world of dance, but if that is the case, then that's what's up.
Big stage.
Straight up.
Music. Those aren't add-ons. Those are part of our day.
This student was surprised that her friend at a government-run school had few extracurriculars to put in her college application.
I was like, don't you have any leadership positions? You should just go for student council. And they didn't have one. And I was like, that's shocking. Well, you should make one. And they were like, oh, my school doesn't do that. I was like, okay, how about a club? And she was like, we still don't do that.
Success does make its teachers work hard.
Okay,
and
they don't want leaders.
But so I've been out of high school for a long time. Not that long, but a long time. But there was student council, there was debate club, there was robotics, there was band.
We had mechanic.
There were did we? I don't know if we still have mechanic. There was band, there was choir, of course the baseball team, basketball. We had a softball team, track team. We had all those things. So
I think they're eliminating all of those things.
So that doesn't exist anymore?
Like we had a co-op.
Yes.
All that.
That doesn't.
I don't know.
That don't exist?
I don't know.
Because we had that. And so that's why I'm like, wait, that's just not a charter school thing. That is a public school thing.
It was.
It was. That should still be a thing. If they took. No, because like some high schools within the school district that we stay in, they do 4-H. Like, you know, you take an animal and you can like, but I'm just saying.
I'm
like,
at the eggs.
There's 4-H and but
as we
interesting.
Longer. Some quit. But so what? Other teachers like it here. And the goal is for kids to succeed. And they do.
I feel like it's unfair that not everybody gets to get this opportunity.
If SA doesn't exist, then we wouldn't all exist, and we wouldn't have all the cool opportunities that we have.
It's great that the kids here could have a choice and pick a better school. All kids should have that choice. Choice.
Yes, goodness. I don't understand why there's opposition to this.
I don't understand it either. I did not, and I didn't see the opposition until I started homeschooling and seeing that, oh, there really is like a disconnect. There really is a disconnect with, let's take Houston Independent School District, for example. It's one district, but a school in fifth ward or third ward, they don't get the same funding as a school in where does the HISD school, like a rich River Oak? Is River Oak still HISD?
I believe so.
Or the Heights.
Let's say the Heights. That's more.
Let's say the Heights. And then my middle school that I went to was in the Heights, but the way that we performed at that school that it is now, it's better now than it was when I was going, which is very interesting. But even with HISD, you see, like, how are y'all saying y'all getting all this funding, or y'all, but these children aren't being taught? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make any sense. And I'm just using that as an example.
When you have a school who is recording numbers like never seen before,
and you want to shut that down, and you don't want to build. I remember one show was saying, well, why, if you know that this child is not, and you could build this, well, I understand it could be there's a flaw, because if you do build that, then somebody bigger is going to try and come and destroy you. But I think I have a loophole around that though. But yeah, it's not, and I don't like this terminology, but it's not fair. It's because every child across the board, if you're saying that education is free, and I mean, of course it takes money, right? But if you go back to
where's this money going?
That, because there is no reason why. There's no reason why every child is not.
Money is not the answer, because you've seen that $37,000 per pupil goes into the public schools, and only $17,000. But the success rate is.
And then also, you do have to factor in parents. What parents want for their children?
That too,
right? So these parents, the lady, the principal, was saying that, you know, they're telling the children that they can, but I'm pretty sure the parents are also saying
they're reinforcing.
Right, you can. Yeah. So that is a very big part.
That's why I said community.
Right. Like, you can send your child to school, and if you're not telling them that they can, or they don't have to follow rules, or they don't,
void not what they learning in their 8 hours.
Right. So there has to be, you know, the community. There has to be communication. You have to be active with it.
Yeah.
But I'm proud of those kids. They made me smile.
Them the black and brown kids that we want to see out here.
And everybody is capable. Every child is capable of that.
It just takes a little coming together. a little unity, community, all that.
Yep.
Y'all know what it takes, man. Y'all be out here playing. But with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and get up out of here. Make sure you protect your kids. And yeah, like always, it's love, peace, and soul. Like Soul Train, baby.